You are here because you want to learn how to have a good relationship with yourself, how to love yourself, how to build self-worth, how to have a good connection to yourself. Now, why should you listen to me? Because I created an amazing relationship with myself. Not only that, I coached thousands and thousands of people on how to create a better relationship with themselves. And with behavior, change their brain so now they value themselves. Here are some of those comments and stories of coaching clients, or even people who didn't even do coaching with me, but just applied the tools I gave them in my videos. One of the easiest ways to tell you how to build a better relationship with yourself, how to love yourself, is by picturing, why do you love people? Why do you love your mom and dad? Because you love them, right? Why can you not love yourself? You love certain people in your life, if that's your friends, your girlfriend, boyfriend. Now, why do you usually love your parents? Because they over time showed you with their behavior that they love you. They showed you with their behavior that they are there for you even if they don't feel like it. Even if they have emotions of sadness, they still gonna make you food. They still gonna give you money. They still gonna try to make you feel better by being with you. So why do you not love yourself? Because you don't show yourself with your behavior, no matter how you feel, that you are there for you. And being there for you doesn't mean only sitting with you. It means doing things that support your life. This is literally what I spent my time with my clients on, and it changes everything for them. If that's the relationships outside of them, if that's their business, or the relationship with themselves. So you can only change the relationship with yourself when you do things that support your life no matter how you feel. That means supporting your physical fitness no matter how you feel, supporting your relationships no matter how you feel, supporting your business/money no matter how you feel, supporting your relaxation no matter how you feel. These are just categories, right? Which means doing actions no matter how you feel. This is the whole basis of ACT therapy, and it literally teaches your brain a different relationship with yourself, because your brain's language is behavior. It only learns through what you give your attention to and what you spend your time and energy on. So if you don't do things for yourself based on feelings, you will be more depressed, you will have more anxiety, you will have more jealousy in relationships, you will have all kinds of patterns coming up because you're not showing your brain that you care about yourself. So the answer here is you need to completely change the GPS that you've been following, because you most likely followed the GPS of trying to get relief, trying to make feelings feel better, chasing emotional entertainment. And we need to change the GPS to valued actions for yourself. This will change your relationship with yourself. You will become proud of yourself. You will become thankful to yourself because you're taking yourself by the hand to experience the things that you want to experience. Now, it's important here to make this practical, and I will break down for you how you can make this practical, because it's not as easy to just go out there and do the actions, because even if you do the actions and you still spend time inside of your head on those old patterns, on being unworthy, being not ready yet, being not good enough, you are still feeding the patterns. And we want you to stop feeding the old patterns. Now, the patterns don't like that because the patterns want to stay alive. The reason for that is it's a defense mechanism of the brain that the brain learned by you teaching the brain that with your behavior, and now the brain wants to hold on to that because it thinks it's dangerous to do the new things of taking care of yourself. It's also important that you understand that by not being reactive to your feelings, you're not suppressing them. We're still accepting them, they're allowed to be there, but you're not being reactive to them and you're not changing your behavior based on them, because then you're feeding the old patterns. Those emotions of anxiety, not ready yet, jealousy, all those things are coming up because they're the old patterns that the brain knows, and it wants you to react to them to stay safe. We want to show the brain that that we don't care about these old toxic patterns anymore, and we can only show that with our behavior. Now I want you to remember this, you don't have to be perfect with this. We just want to take up more territory. And over time, the more territory you take up, the more self-worth, the better relationship you create with yourself. So ask yourself this important question. What are the actions that support my life, that I know would improve my life? And I can already tell you a lot of them. Going to the gym, getting in shape, starting a podcast, starting to make videos on Instagram, TikTok, go to a swimming class, go to a yoga class, go hiking, go to events with like-minded people, and then share yourself with people. Take yourself by the hand and make friends by sharing yourself. And don't betray yourself by sharing yourself in a way that's based on not wanting to be embarrassed or not wanting to be hurt, because then you are not yourself. But if you share yourself in a way that you value, your interests, the jokes that you like, people that are fitting to you can come into your life, and that's another support system. And you did that, you went out there. So a little bit over a year, I signed up for the gym, and I wanted to make friends right away in the beginning. It was still my biggest goal to get stronger, to get bigger, right? To get more muscular. But at the same time, I wanted to make like-minded friends that want to build their body, right? And have self-development most likely in mind. It's more likely to find like-minded people at a gym than at, for example, a random bar or randomly going out there on the street and talking to people, right? So between sets, when there was nothing to do, I guess, I would share myself. I would just say hi or see something that I'm interested in. Even this nose strip I saw on someone and I asked them about it, and it helps me breathe now more. But other things, right? Exercises that I saw that I haven't seen before and I want to ask about it, or I see them doing a different kind of form, something that's maybe related to the gym and are both of our interest. So the first 3 months was a little bit discouraging because I didn't make really almost any friends. Even though I put myself out there and I shared, it seems like people in that environment have to get comfortable with the new animal, right? Like it's like animal coming to a group and they see, oh, you come over and over again and you really take the gym serious or whatever. They have to see you over and over again. And after 3 months, I started to make friends. Whereas now, lots of people want to talk to me and I have lots of friends there, and I'm so happy about that. But if I would have just stopped in those 3 months to just engage with people, share myself with people, and be nice to people, try to be respectful, make friends, then I would have never gone through with that. And now it's such a beautiful environment. I'm so happy to be at this gym. I've been happy even before I made friends there because I go there for my passion, which is building muscle, right? Which I did. Again, I supported myself. I gained 40 pounds of muscle, literally. It creates a better relationship with myself. I show myself that I trust myself, that I do things for myself. I'm telling you, if you show yourself that you do things for yourself every day, not based on your feelings, but based on that you know that they're good for you, you will build a better relationship with yourself. You will build self-love. You will build a better connection. I make sure I have enough sleep. I make sure I have enough food. I make sure I treat myself well. I make sure my business, making videos, I make the best videos for me, of course for other people as well, but also for me to have the most success. I want to set myself up for success. So I learn more about the algorithm. I learn more about growing. I learn more about things that I'm interested in that I can share with you guys. And the most important thing, I practice. I practice every day. And I show myself with that I take myself by the hand to give myself good things, which creates a great relationship with myself. Now, another important thing here is that you don't spend time inside of your head on thoughts like, are we even improving? I don't think I'm ready yet. I must heal first. I must heal trauma first before I do the actions. All that is an avoidance. It's a self-help addiction. Because you just say, oh yeah, I'll read another book, another technique, another thing to get ready, but I don't start my journey of creating TikToks, creating podcasts, creating books, going to dance classes, meeting new people, going to events because of that anxiety. But if you're avoiding because of that anxiety, you're still feeding that pattern because you're showing your brain that the old pattern, the old way of living must still be righteous, so that brain will still give you more thoughts of not being ready yet, not being good enough. You don't want to take those thoughts serious. You want to take the action serious. We want you to go out there and, the important part, be mindful. That means you cannot control the thoughts that come inside of your head, but you can control if you're talking back. So you want to practice not talking back and bring your focus back to the present moment on what you're doing. I'm making a video right now. When you walk, you walk. When you dance, you dance. When you drive, you drive. When you drive, you don't have a conversation with all the people you dislike in your head or that you want to have revenge with. You cannot control the thoughts coming in, but you can control if you're talking back. So you also don't want to hate on the thoughts. If like a lot of thoughts are there, you just want to allow them to be there and focus on driving, focus on painting, focus on dancing, focus on making a video, etc. This is a practice. If you give up because you say, oh no, there's so many thoughts, etc., you are not moving forward. You want to see it as a practice, and you don't want to try to be perfect. A baby also needs to balance, fall down, get up, and learn how to walk. This is the same thing. You should be excited about this because this is a new thing where you as a beginner can now get into this and learn to walk. But don't be sad or don't give up if you fall down, if you need to find your balance. You just need to take up more territory. If you learn how to walk just every day for an hour, every day for 2 hours, you raise it up, you be a great walker, you be a great dancer, you be a great fitness, you be great whatever it is that you're doing. It's all about skill in life. But people love these fake spiritual teachings, right? And I'm not saying, oh, I'm spiritual. Everything is spiritual, by the way. I'm not saying all spiritual teachings are fake, but guess what? You saying, oh yeah, I just need to sit there and think or write these affirmations is because you're lazy, because you don't want to do the work. You're avoiding the work. And that's why they're so popular. They are so popular because it doesn't need a lot of effort. It doesn't. And you can lose yourself in that. And even maybe people do a lot of effort in them, so to say, but they're avoiding the important part, which is showing their brain that they're worth it, which is showing their brain that they're doing the behaviors to support themselves. That is what changes your brain. And that is what creates self-worth. That's what creates self-love. But self-love, self-worth in itself, they're just concepts. People always like to throw out these words on social media, be like, yeah, love yourself, self-worth. What does that even mean? It doesn't mean anything. When do you have enough points that you have enough self-love to do the things that you value? Forget about the concept of self-love. Just do the things that you value, even if you don't feel good enough, even if you don't love yourself, even if you think you hate yourself. All these things are just patterns. They have nothing to do with you. They're all patterns that come up and you identify with them. Now, they're allowed to be there. Don't try to change them first and then go. They're allowed to be there, and you do the actions to support yourself. You want to start with that in the beginning of the day. Sleep is a reset. When you wake up and you start doing compulsions and ruminating and having conversations with your boss in your brain, and checking Twitter, checking your phone, getting relief through scrolling, you are doing compulsions right in the beginning of the day. You're not showing yourself that you support yourself. But if you're setting already proactively the night before, okay, first thing in the day, I go to the gym. Maybe even you start working. You don't check your phone. You don't spend time inside of your head. You practice being outside of your head. And you can talk out loud to yourself when you're by yourself. Or you can talk inside of your head out loud yourself to break those patterns, to snap out of it. No brain, we don't talk about this right now. We're talking to our friends. No brain, we're watching this dog running right now. No brain, we walk in nature. We don't talk about the ex. The brain will bring these thoughts up because that's what you showed the brain that you love engaging with. So now we need to show the brain that we don't engage with it anymore by bringing our focus to the outside, to the valued actions that support us. That's not only gym, that's not only work, that's not only doing actions, that's also relaxation, creative expression, easy things that support you. So getting a massage, but then be outside of your head, going to the sauna, but then be outside of your head, going hiking, meditation, be outside of your head. Take up more territory outside of your head. They all been lying to you. All those teachings that promise you, oh, I give you that technique so you get confident first, it's all fixing a current state, a current feeling, which is engaging with the algorithm of the feeling, and then the brain gives you more of that feeling because the brain thinks you love fixing. Your brain cares about your behavior. It watches your behavior. If you keep trying to fix yourself, the brain gives you more things to fix. Mark Freeman taught me this. It's about adding, not fixing. Mark Freeman gives a great example. It's about water. Think about having a glass of water and you putting a tablespoon of salt in the water. Does the water taste salty? Yes, it does. But let's say you have an entire freshwater lake and you put the same amount of salt in that water. Does the lake taste like salt? No, it doesn't, because there's so much lake. That's why stop fixing all those things and add more healthy things. You're gonna create a big fucking lake and all the little salty things don't matter anymore. A great question to ask yourself is, what would I do if I love myself? What actions would I do if I feel worthy? What actions would I do if I didn't have heartbreak, if I didn't have insecurity, and then do those actions with the insecurity. There's a great video from Teal Swan, it's really old. It's called The Shortcut to Enlightenment. It's all about the question, what would you do if you love yourself? So the important thing here is you want to stop being reactive to feelings of, I don't feel like doing this, I don't feel like doing that. You want to practice being okay with uncomfortable emotions and take yourself to do actions that support you. That is the solution. All the tricks, all the spiritual forget about that. Take yourself and see it as a practice. It's a skill. They're lying to you. It's an easy way to pull you in. People who come from trauma look for control and safety. These teachings promise you control and safety. That's why they are so addictive, because it says, oh, if you think like this, you're gonna get this. If you do these things, you're gonna do this. You want to be okay with uncertainty and move forward and do the valued actions that support you. Yes, you can pick up tools along the way, but you need to practice. It's about practice. You need to apply them. I am so good at what I'm doing because I always applied the tools. I always knew I need to apply these things. So this is how you create self-love. You are doing the things that support you, like your loved ones do things for you. See yourself as the person that's doing things for yourself. See yourself as two people. You are doing things for yourself, or like you have a little child in you that you take to do beautiful things. No matter how you feel, stop letting the feelings, the emotions, oh, we don't feel like going to this event, we don't feel like, no, you proactively set your garden, the value garden, that's also in my book. You can find the value garden in my emotional fitness book and then do the exercise and find your valued actions, then proactively schedule them in your week and take that little child by the hand to do those actions, and that creates the self-love. But you have to do those things mindfully, because if you're still spending your time inside of your head on those patterns, you're still feeding the patterns. Check out my emotional fitness book, because you learn mindfulness, how to build emotional fitness, how to break patterns, act therapy. I even teach you how to do the silent meditation, which is the emotional fitness meditation. In addition, we're doing free weekly community Zoom calls where you learn about emotional fitness, mindfulness, meditation, relationships, and we have beautiful conversations about life with a like-minded community. If you want to come by, just sign up for my email list in the link in my bio on my Instagram or on my TikTok. I'm doing a seminar in June in Los Angeles. If you want to come by and message me on my Instagram, here's the Instagram. All right, great video. I love you guys. I wish you guys a beautiful day.